What is the biggest myth about karate? The biggest myth about karate is that people will sign up and they'll have this fantasy in their mind. They'll often think that on their first day of class, they're going to be learning these jumping, spinning kicks, these flashy techniques. But in reality, that is far from the truth. I've been training karate, teaching it for more than half my life, and in my experience attending seminars, teaching, and just being around the martial art for more than half my life, I can honestly say that flashy jumping, spinning techniques are not what you learn most of the time. I'd say like 90% of the time you're not learning any flashy or spinning techniques. Because of this misconception that people think they're going to sign up for a karate class and, learn how to break boards and do all these jumping, spinning kicks, this is the sole reason why people quit before ever attaining black belt. It's a sad thing, but it's very common, and I'm not surprised. For karate, especially Shotokan, it requires a lot of discipline and patience. If you don't have those two characteristics, you're not going to last very long training karate. Because the truth is, when you sign up for a karate class, especially your first 2-3 years, you're going to be doing a lot of stance work, a lot of kihon, a lot of basics, just simple straight punches, front kicks, horse stance, and kata. It also really depends on the school you guys come from. Maybe your sensei has a different approach, but I can say in my experience, doing this more than almost nearly 20 years, even when I attend a $100 seminar, we're often doing Heian Shodan, which is like the second kata you would learn, or first, depending on the school. And to me, it's just there's a lot of benefit into revisiting, solidifying, and mastering your basics. But I think for a lot of people, that's just a turn off, and most people would just walk away by the time they are blue or green. It's just because they're not getting a sense of fulfillment. What I can tell you is, if you are able to withstand that storm and endure those long years of basics and training, when you do become a black belt, my sensei always used to say that it's a mastery of the basics. That's when you have mastered the basics and a new door has opened for you and new learning will start. And I think that's true for the most part. Once you reach a black belt, it's like really the beginning, the start of your martial arts career, your journey. And anything before that, it's just preliminary and it preparing you for the real journey ahead. The more I've trained karate, the more holes I see in it. And it's just because I've trained it so long. So again, going back to, the biggest myth about karate is that most people will sign up thinking that, you're going to learn these fancy kicks, when in actuality, karate is very simple. It's very straightforward, and that is the training philosophy. Like, the most efficient route, the most effective, is often the most simple. From A to B. I just want to say that I'm not here to downplay karate at all. It actually has a lot to offer, but one of the biggest misconceptions and myths is that people are going to sign up thinking, they're going to become legends in, a year or two. But I guess with anything, it takes time. If you want to achieve anything high level or great, you have to be willing to put in the work and, dedication and sacrifice in order to attain those goals. Definitely don't expect a black belt in 2 or 3 years, even though I'm pretty sure quite a lot of schools are advertising a 3-year black belt program. Belt color is just a belt color at the end of the day. Everything, when it comes down to it, whether you're tested on the street or competition, is down to your skill and performance. And that's where the truth will lie. So here's one thing you guys have to understand. If you look in your dojo, if you look at a seminar, if you look all around the world, there are tons more white belts than there are black belts. Okay, they say for every 100 white belts that start, maybe 30 of those 100 will make it to a brown belt. And out of those 30 brown belts, maybe 5 will make it to black belt. And then out of those 5 black belts, only 1 is going to become an actual sensei or pursue karate or martial arts for their entire life. So finding a, well-seasoned, well-practiced, and masterful karate practitioner is very rare. If you ever have the chance or opportunity to train with one, don't take it for granted. Try to learn as much as you can from them because they've been through it all. They've been through the white belt stages. They've persevered, put in the time, put in the work, and they're there to share their knowledge with you. Nothing against the martial arts world or karate practitioners, but most of the people watching this will not be watching this in, say, 2-3 years, especially if you're a white belt, and that's just a sad truth. That's just cold hard facts. But if you're that 1%, if you're that person who's going to surpass the brown belts, the black belts, and eventually become, a master of your own, you will have an extraordinary journey. So I wish you guys good luck and Godspeed ahead. Os.